making gnocchi with 2 cheeses for 4 people. Let's start! For this recipe you're going to need 400 grams of gnocchi, a bunch of spring onions, 100 grams of brie, 250 grams of mascarpone, 225 grams of baby spinach, 50 grams of cooked thin and crispy smoked streaky bacon, broccoli, sugar snap peas, leeks and sun-dried tomatoes. For the bacon, get a strip and then just trim into chunks. And just do that with all the pieces of bacon. You can do a few at a time. Once you've done all the bacon, you need to put it into a frying pan. And then you just put the bacon into the frying pan. Try and separate all the bits out so it's not all clung together. Then you put it on a high heat and wait for it to cook. As the bacon starts to cook, it will change colour. You want all the bacon to go crispy. Once it's gone all crispy, you need to put it into a separate dish to cool down. Try not to get any of the fat in the dish with the bacon. Then you get a pan and fill it with water for the gnocchi. Put some salt to season it. And then you just put it on a high heat. Whilst you're waiting for the water to boil, you need to prepare the spring onions. You do this by peeling off the skin, the outer layer of skin, and then you just cut the end off. And cut them into thin layers, thin slices. Then you do it up to where the turns into leaves, and just do that with all of them. Once you've chopped up all your spring onions, you put it into a deep saucepan. To prepare the sugar snap peas, you get the knife and make a small incision on the top and just pull the string out, and just do it on both sides. Once you've prepared all your sugar snap peas, you just put it in with the spring onions and then prepare the leeks. For the leek, you take the outer layer off and just cut the end off and slice it like you did the spring onions. Once you've done that, you put it in the pan with the other vegetables. For the broccoli, you just slice off the ends. Then you put the broccoli in some boiling water and then leave that to cook for 3 minutes. For the brie, just cut it in half and then you need to make sure you cut all the skin off. Once you've cut all the skin off, you then need to cut it into chunks. And then you just put them in with the vegetables. Then you put the brie in the saucepan. And then you spoon in the mascarpone. Once the broccoli's done, you just need to drain out the water and just put it back in the saucepan to keep it warm. Once the water's boiling, you need to put the gnocchi in for 3 minutes. Once you put the gnocchi on, you need to put the vegetables on at a medium heat and just melt down the cheeses. Once the gnocchi is finished, you just turn it off and move the gnocchi in with the vegetables, making sure you don't take any water over. And then just mix the gnocchi in with the vegetables and cheese. And then you just use a fork and pull the dried tomatoes out of the pot. Try and get as less oil as you can. And then you just mix them in. Then you need to add the bacon, just scatter it in, and the broccoli. And just give it a quick mix up. And then just add the spinach. You might need to add it in sections. Once the spinach has started to wilt, that's when you need to serve it up. And there you go, gnocchi with 2 cheeses. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you make it, I'd like to read what you think about it in the comments below. All my links to Twitter, Facebook and the recipe will be in the description below. Thanks, bye!